put your hands together for Toastmasters.
Traveler, from whence do you come and where do you go? The moon has set, the sun has not yet risen. In the chaos of darkness before dawn, seeking the light, I emerge from the air. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and respected guests, my journey in life began 39 years ago in this very city of Mumbai. The first existential question that life asked me was, what is your name? Something that I learned on the very first day of school. The teacher said, Lal Gudi Krishnan Natarajan. And I chose to pass. At the end of the day of school, I wondered, why is it that she had not called my name when she had called every other name in the class when taking attendance? The first 10 years of life passed very uneventfully and very peacefully in the suburb of Khar in Mumbai, where I grew up amongst friends, learning to play cricket in nets, and spending holidays with cousins in Chembur, climbing berry trees, and most importantly, learning 4 languages. Bombay Hindi, as I call it, Marathi, Tamil, my mother tongue, and of course, English. T.S. Eliot says in his poem, The Four Quarters, for last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. I just finished topping class in Marathi when I was amongst a few people in that class who didn't speak it at home, and life set me off on a journey. In fact, a series of journeys which made me one of the most traveled people of my generation, domestically. And ironically, when my father worked for a company called Hindustan Lever. So there I was in Delhi in 1984, grappling with the cold, Mrs. Gandhi's death, and learning Hindi. I had pretty much gotten settled into a rhythm when the spirit of T.S. Eliot came calling again. Life set me off on another journey to Calcutta, as it was called then, or Cal as people would say. So there it was, learning to play football, learning to eat rasgullas, which is a fine art. You have to actually clip them like this and drain them of liquid. Learning to eat singadas. Singadas are basically mini samosas, which a lot of people in this room may have not experienced. We basically paid for them with 3 coins, a 20 paisa coin, a 10 paisa coin, and a 5 paisa coin in those days. And I don't have grey hair, by the way. So, and of course the pujas, and I discovered the joy of poetry. So I spent 2 wonderful years in Calcutta like that, studying in St. Xavier's School, a very famous school in Calcutta. Life then took me back to Mumbai, where I completed my 10th in camping school, Colaba, and then on to Delhi, where I completed my 12th from Air Force Golden Military School, Simplot Park. And it was then, friends, with the famous rites of passenger ride. Yes, it was time to go to college. I got admission into a course called Maths Honours, to which I did no honor, getting lots and lots of essential repeats. Students in Delhi University will understand that. And in fact, I became the first person in my family to repeat a year in college. But friends, these laurels were nothing compared to the most amazing treasure of life, that of getting to live alone. Yes, my parents had moved to Ahmedabad, and there I was, finding accommodation and finding it very easily. All the classifieds said, South Indian preferred. After 2 years and 8 landlords, I realized South Indian preferred meant easiest to reject. So basically, life in terms of giving 5 entrance exams in different schools to get into different schools had instilled in me one quality which it didn't even amongst toppers. Not luck, friends, but pluck. So MBA entrance exams were a cinch. I managed to get through most, in fact all of them. However, I always came up a cropper, at the interview stage. Disheartened was never a word in my dictionary, and off I went to the remote areas of Rajasthan and Gujarat to do social work. After many public baths under the hand pump and loads of nights spent without electricity, I finally decided after 2 years that it was time to return to my parents' nest in Ahmedabad. I took up a job in advertising and also prepared for my MBA entrance exams again, this time managing to get into B-School in Delhi. Marketing research was my favorite subject in MBA. But when India's #1 marketing research agency came calling, I developed cold feet. On the day of the entrance exam, I was the only male candidate, friends, without either blazer or blazer. 36 hours later, my name was on top of the list, with people who hold PhD degrees from top Ivy League colleges in the US actually figuring in the waiting list. Friends, life is a journey that has been immensely kind to me. I've worked in market research agencies. In fact, I know for a fact that some of you here in this room have worked with me on some of my projects. I can see quite a few familiar faces. I worked on the corporate side in a company which was a DTH startup, which involved my favorite passion of television. I worked in a biscuit company with purportedly healthy biscuits as brands that I was looking into. I know a lot of people think healthy biscuits are an oxymoron, but I got to work with biscuits, which were healthy biscuits. It set me off on a health spree where I lost almost 28 to 30 kilos. And finally, I worked for a company which is involved in providing clean drinking water to everybody in India, in fact, everybody in the world. So life has been an intensely and immensely rewarding journey. And in the words of one of my favorite poets, Robert Frost, I would like to conclude by saying, the woods are lonely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Over to you.